Hey, I'm Angie.
And I'm Ryan.
And we're
Lovespirals.
Woo! Welcome to Chillin with Lovespirals, episode 101. For, what is it, December 13th?
14th.
2025. Craziness. This is going to be like a jam-packed episode, I believe, because there's a lot of news.
All right, we'll try not to make this too long, guys.
Because for one thing, we did skip doing the podcast last month.
Yeah.
November was a little different. We didn't put out a new Lovespirals song last month. We just ended up putting up a 1999 recording of Ryan and Suzanne doing Little Drummer Boy.
Yeah, never got a proper digital release.
It never did.
Yeah, strangely.
Yeah, now that we're working with this new service, I thought I would, try to get out with those guys. But unfortunately, my rollout was borked because I wanted to give proper credit to the original lyric writer, which happened way back in 1951. And so the song came out as if it was written in 1951, and nobody found it.
It's dated as 51, so no one finds it as a new release. So anyway, it's out there. It's on
Spotify and Apple and Amazon, and I don't know, like 200 to 300 people have heard it.
And another reason why we didn't release our main song last month, the Thanksgiving holiday competition with that. So we just said, let's just wait till December. And there was a Bandcamp Friday in early December as well. So
December 5th.
Worked out perfectly. Just wait for the holidays to be done.
Yeah. We've had this whole thing about trying to chase the Bandcamp Fridays a little too late. But this time we were right on time. So we had a lot of time to get this song rolled out, which is another thing we've talked about a lot on Chillin with Lovespirals. And so Drift Begins was scheduled to and came out on December 5th, 2025, the last song of the year for us.
For sure. So if you haven't heard Drift Begins yet, it's out on all major music streaming platforms. Spotify, Apple, Tidal, Amazon, YouTube Music, and so on. And speaking of YouTube, you can watch our YouTube video on our YouTube channel. So we'll put a link to that.
Yes. Another lyrics visualizer video by yours truly with photography by his truly.
His truly.
Is that a thing you could say? I did have one stupid problem with this rollout, though. I don't know why, but the song did not show up
on Instagram, huh?
Yeah,
on the
meta.
Make a video with it in there. So
or usually, nowadays they're like, oh, when you post a photo, that you should put music because you get more engagement. Obviously, as a band, that's the kind of engagement we want. And even someone else tried to share the song on their Instagram account, and then having to put City Moon in the background and just telling people to go listen to our song.
So you contacted them. We'll see what happens.
The thing is, with both of the Thanksgiving, rollout and the pre-Christmas rollout, they had already warned us in advance that the end of the year it's hard to get stuff out and there could be delays. So I was trying to be all chill and be like, okay, maybe this is a delay, but I waited a whole week. I'm like, that's it. I'm gonna have to write now.
We've learned next time is write them right away. We just lost a whole week there.
I know. So anyways, so I don't think as many people heard that the song was out as maybe could have.
Anyway, people on Meta, Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But anyway, so it, like we said, it did come out on YouTube and as well as Bandcamp. And I want to thank those of you who did buy it on Bandcamp. You guys are always the best.
Yeah.
But could I ask one little favor?
What?
If you guys could write a little tiny review on Bandcamp.
Oh, especially if you're one of our Bandcamp people. Yeah, you're buying it on Bandcamp. Yeah, please. Yeah, we need some more comments and feedback there. And
for sure.
We read comments here too.
Yeah, in fact, I've got some comments. Should we... Do you want to talk about the song first before we get into comments?
We're on comments right now. Let's do some comments.
Okay, let me scroll up to my comments. Let's see. What do we got? Okay, so here we go.
For Drift Begins.
Drift Begins. All right. Okay. Christopher Maynard said, beautiful vocals and incredible guitar work, Ryan.
Oh, cool.
And let's see. Ron said, so sweet, so smooth, a deep piece of work. Don't stop what you're doing. Keep it coming.
Wow. Awesome. Thank you.
And we absolutely will.
Yeah, 100%.
We already have a couple other songs in the works. So.
Yeah, one's right up on my other computer screen.
I had to really try to get them to stop working on a new song so that, we could get in here and do this for you guys. So don't worry, Ron, we got you covered for 2026.
Yeah.
2026.
Yeah, we got new ones ready. We have two we're in mid-production on,
It's nuts. So who else? Let's see. Oh, the Violet Baker. I liked this one. So beautiful. Carries me away at a time I need it. Aww. This is so poetic.
Thank you. Yeah, I can relate to that as a music listener.
Yeah. And the holiday season can be rough. So.
Yeah.
And which actually this flows right into Tom Lady. he actually responded to follow up on what Violet Baker said. It actually reminds me to listen to Happy Holidays, a song that helped me a lot on a particularly bad Christmas time. I guess your music has a good influence on many of us.
Cool. Awesome, Tom. I'm glad. That's cool because, I know firsthand how music has helped me out through some dark times, and, rough times. And, it doesn't make the problems go away, but it makes them a little more easier to deal with, sort of.
Yeah. Yeah, and sometimes I think, lyrics may resonate in a way that makes you feel like, oh, I'm not the only person in the world that feels like that.
Yeah, that's kind of, what's the word? I was going to say encouraging, but I feel bad at other people feeling bad too, but it's just like, you're not alone. Like, it's like, it's a human thing.
Exactly. And then what you're feeling is normal.
Yeah.
And you're not the only, it's like, it's so easy, especially when you're like looking on social media, like it seems like everyone's having an incredible time.
Yeah, look at me here.
The holidays are amazing. They're not always that amazing, or in the case of the Happy Holiday song that I wrote, you may not always be in touch with the person that's on your mind.
Yeah.
So speaking of which, that's a perfect time. It's a perfect plug. Thank you so much, Tom Lady. Happy Holidays goes way back to like 2012.
Yeah.
On a Project Records compilation called Ornamental CD. I think you can listen to it digitally on the streamers, but I think Project actually might have a couple of CDs left in stock too, if you like. I see a lot of people are getting back into physical media, so you can check that out.
We were just discussing, I don't know how serious we were the other day, about just getting in contact with Project just to buy the rights back to that song so we can use it ourselves. We'll see if he's open to it, because I don't think he does much with it, but we sure as heck could do a lot with it.
I know, because it's an original song. It's not a cover of anyone else's.
Yeah, we have only so many holiday songs, so we might as well see if we can get it back.
That's our only original holiday
My guess is
song.
he'd be open to it. Just might be kind of tricky. Just telling the distributor what's going. I don't know how it works out.
And there's another version of Happy Holidays that we had recorded together years before that in a totally different style and released it as Angie B.
Yeah.
So that's the one that I've actually been using on videos lately, which makes me think, Sam Rosenthal of Project Records did not get our original Happy Holidays by Lovespirals up on Meta and that, so I can't make reels with that either.
All right, we'll see if we can get it.
I was thinking we could do a slightly different mix. Like we have been, if we can find it.
I don't know. That's going to be tough, but 2012, it's in the ballpark. It's not like something from the 2010s, the zeros, whatever. Yeah. The 2000s.
We're just barely over that.
Because now it's all on the same digital audio workstation on Logic, so I think I might have the hard drive thrown in a drawer somewhere.
Luckily, we have all year to get that done.
Yeah, we'll start working on it in the spring.
Yeah. So, anyways, that was a fun aside. I think we had a few other comments. Here was one I wanted to read. Misha Owens said, "Love that we're still getting new Lovespirals. Phenomenally beautiful and haunting."
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. And she said that on the Lovespirals Downwards YouTube page. You guys, even though we have decided to re-embrace Ryan's original band name, Lovespirals Downwards, there's still duplicates of everything online. There's still 2 accounts.
Yeah, it's going to have to be that way for a while.
It's so much work. But anyways, it's good to know that both groups of people are finding it.
Yeah, that's the most important thing.
That's all that really matters. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, so now let's start getting into what is Drift Begins? We've just kind of passed up Drift Begins, went right into holiday music.
Yeah, no, Drift Begins. I remember when I was working on the song, I was feeling this kind of 90s me vibe, more so than most other songs I've been working on. I mean, sure, on every song I'm working on, I'm channeling every influence I have, every part of my life and everything. Anyway, on this one, I was really feeling it. I'm going, so one interesting thing I did once the song was kind of midway through is I pulled out my old drum machine from the 90s, the one I used on the first 3 Lovespirals Downwards album in the 90s. The Elisa's HR-16 drum machine. It still works, so I just loaded it, fired it up, and just started hitting some of the pads into Logic just to record all the pads and just cut out kicks and snares. I ended up using the kick, snare, and hi-hat. I think I layered in another deeper, bassier kick with the HR-16 kick.
I think you did say that.
But it helped. I wasn't sure how it was all going to work out with my new reverb and stuff with the snare. It sounded great. So I left that all on there.
That's so fun.
Yeah. I don't know if it makes it sound more 90s or not, but
you guys can tell us.
Yeah, you guys can tell us if you even felt more 90s with that or not. But
yeah, I think this song is definitely hella 90s. but like, but in another way, it's also kind of modern.
Yeah, it's way more modern, way more us now, but with a little more influence from then.
Yeah, and lyrically, I was like, you know what? I mentioned it before, but I was doing music in the 90s too that's a lot less known than Ryan's. In fact, I never got it onto any digital services, but I was like, let me dig back into those 90s recesses and like, let's think like what kind of lyrical content was going on in the 90s, like that kind of like mystical, poetic, like you can't quite figure out what the meaning of it is. And that I tried to kind of go for that 90s vibe with my lyrics and vocal delivery as well. And I think we had a lot of fun. I really kind of like tried to stack various types of vocals, and here's where it kind of dips into like what the influence of K-pop is on us. We watch a lot of videos of the singers going into the booths and working with the directors and producers to lay down their vocals. And I was like, I often have worried about having one really stable vocal that sounds like the same person all the way through a song. It's like I could just drop that. Like I can bring up different tones of voice, and
because they have like 5 to 8 singers in a band.
And everyone's got a different vocal range and a different style and stuff. So like I had fun with that. Like it doesn't necessarily sound the same from the verse to the pre-chorus to the chorus to the bridge, and so. After the song was done, I realized, like, I think in some parts of this, I was kind of channeling, like, a mid-period Pink Floyd kind of thing, like the Metal album or like those soundtracks they were doing.
And even some of my work kind of sounds like David Gilmour's solo album On an Island, like the way I'm playing the acoustic guitar, the tempo of the song and stuff. Yeah,
let's talk about the tempo for a second.
Yeah, it's one of the few that we've done in non-4/4. It's in 3/4 or 6/8, depending on how you look at it. I'm not sure. I kind of look at it as 6/8.
Yeah.
It's like the waltz. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And you hear that a lot, like in blues, rock. And, it's the
90s.
Yeah.
It was a popular thing in the 90s.
Cocteau Twins like that, Pink Floyd like. It's just such a really cool time signature. And we haven't used it all that much. But yeah, it worked out. Yeah, it was the right one for this song for sure.
I wasn't trying to do it, but listening back to it, I was like, my low voice kind of sounds like a man, and then with the man sounding voice and the woman sounding voice.
I put it. I go, it sounds like Neil and Rachel of Slow Dive harmonizing together. It kind of inspired me. I wonder if I should throw one in there. But no, yours is doing great, so I don't want my scratchy voice on there.
Oh, it's so funny. So that was, we like to have fun here. I really think that putting out a single every month, it feels so much more freeing than when we're like working on an album and you're like constrained to one like kind of thing you're doing,
and then it doesn't get out forever or get released forever. At least this way we work, it gets released, we get some feedback, we talk about it, and then we repeat that cycle, and it's just better than just having it all bottled up for like 2 years or something like that. It's really, it's horrible. So this is kind of cool. This is one advantage I like about the digital age, the kind of workflow and the release cycle that I've kind of preferred more quick, shorter releases back in the days of CDs. I was trying to ask our label, can I just do 4-song EPs? And they didn't want that. They wanted albums.
The production cost was
it's pretty much the same.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, it costs the same to like print up a CD and market it, so you might as well sell it for more as a full-length album. So anyway, now with those constraints away, it's mainly a digital world now. Yeah, it's cool. We
it is kind of
do
cool.
It this way.
Yeah,
and I'm happy with it.
Another thing that's great about it is like, you have to do so much marketing when you've just spent 2 years making an album, and then this piece of plastic comes out that you need to sell. You have to keep marketing the same thing over and over, and it seems like then you have all this creativity bottled up because you're like, I just want to get back to working. I don't want to keep.
And the thing is too, when you're marketing it's the same thing, the same album. This time we're different songs every time, totally different vibes. So it's like we're not beating the same drum over and over, Is that the idiom?
It works, especially with your little visual there. That was awesome. It's so funny. Anything special about the solo this time? We often talk about the solo.
No. 2 weird technical things I did different on this song with the guitars. For the acoustic guitar, I used a different microphone. I used your really nice vocal microphone.
Oh, yeah.
Your vintage vocal mic. And then also stuck it in front of the amp and recorded the solo that way, too. Instead of going direct, I wanted it to sound a little more real. Rather than going through all my weird stereo stuff, just one mono mic in front of a speaker. And then I started spreading out in Logic Pro But that's it. Yeah, this is the first time I've recorded either of those elements in that way.
Wow.
Yeah, ever. Yeah.
Awesome. I guess that's one of the things.
I mean, with your mic. I've recorded amps with mics before, but with your mic.
I guess that's one of the reasons why this song sounds less like a 1991 recording and a lot more like a 2025 recording.
Yeah, but you are going through a vintage mic too, so it brings some vintageness, like pre-90s. I won't say exactly what decade, but yeah.
Okay. Should we talk Spotify a bit?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Well, first of all, let me just bring up quickly Without You, the single before this.
Yeah.
I had to splice in like a little thing because there was some intel we didn't have on the day we recorded. And it was about how we had like this crazy spike.
In one day. And
it was funny because we were going to DCA that day. So we're like on the road and we're busy. And I just kept seeing like we're just getting like thousands and thousands of streams on Without You. I was worried. I was like, oh my God, did we get placed on one of those like bot streaming playlists that
Spotify will take us down for violating something? But no, we found out it was all legit.
It was just one day. Like, I don't know what playlist or influence or whatever pushed it, but for that day we got like 16,000 streams.
Yeah.
Which has never happened to us in a day.
I don't think so.
And then I was kind of sad after that. I was like, oh, our spike went away.
We were famous for a day.
I know, famous for a day.
Yeah,
but
we're like Taylor Swift or BTS for a day there.
Oh, man. They probably get like 1 million
I know.
a day.
I was like, not even close, but what it's kind of like to be like that.
Yeah. It's had like over 41,000 streams. So it's doing well. And thanks you guys for liking and streaming it. So Drift Begins, I think as of this morning it was like over, I don't know, 7,200 streams, something like that. And once again, we're back to that like 49% of our streams are coming from the profile, 47% from the algorithm. So we're not shadow banned on the algorithm anymore like that one release. About 12% of it's coming from listener playlists. Right now, our top city for the brand new song, Drift Begins, is Brooklyn. And the second biggest is New York City.
Huh, wow.
So we're big in New York
Wow,
right now.
I had no idea.
I know.
I'll have to go there.
And guess how many streams we got in South Korea?
Is it in the teens?
Bigger.
We're in the 20s?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
24.
Awesome.
So silly.
Again, if you're in South Korea, write us. We want to know who you guys are.
I know. Who are these little streams we're getting? And Spotify Wrapped is like the big thing that people talk about online at this time of year. These days people just complain about it. I've noticed they hate it now, blah blah blah. Like, for one thing I saw people complain about this year is that Spotify has added like your listening age, and people are like, what? It says I'm like 73. I was like, well, that's funny because mine said I was 21, and all I do, and you could see it on mine, it was like all Lovespirals Downward songs that I had been uploading this year.
Wow, you think you're 63 or something.
I know, exactly, but no. So that was a surprise. But anyways, the band Spotify Wrapped has some fun factoids for you. And I'm mostly sharing this so Ryan can find out.
All right.
So we have had, in 2025 alone, 3.4 million streams total.
Wow, that's awesome.
Isn't that awesome?
That's great.
I know. So that is, 13 million minutes of streaming.
Wow, that's a lot of minutes and a lot of years.
24 years, in fact. They added that up for
24
us.
years of time, wow.
City Moon is still your number one most known track. Yeah, City Moon. It had 926,000 streams this year.
Wow.
Yeah. Not Myself is number 2. With 284,000 streams.
Cool. Our song from last year.
Yeah. And this is just the streams from this year.
Yeah, it's from this year. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. So,
that's cool. Old and new, both kicking ass.
Isn't that crazy? Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's a weird thing that they put on there. It says, like, what club you and your listeners form.
I can't imagine.
It was funny. I wish you could see the graphic. I'll have to put it up on the screen for them. So it says that the club that we and the listeners belong to is the Cosmic Stereo Club.
Cosmic Stereo. I wonder what that entails.
Crossing terrestrial barriers with music. Only 3% of global listeners are in this club.
Wow. So our music's kind of elite. Yeah.
Elite. Yes.
Yeah, My Beautiful Sadness forms an elite club.
Totally. Some other great facts is that our listeners are up by 94% on Spotify. Wow. That's crazy.
Wow. Good year.
Yeah. And our streams are up by 73%.
Good year. Awesome. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Thanks for everyone who's listening to us there.
Awesome?
Yeah.
Let's see. And then they had this other thing where they tried to figure out, like, what time of the day and of the week or whatever the people most
that's
most listen to your songs. Yeah. So they said that Misunderstood, like our re-recording of I'll Always Love You, was the party starter. That it tended to kick off people's weekends.
Wow.
I know. And then Without You was for the early risers. They tended to listen to it first thing in the morning.
Wow, I never listen to our music in the morning. I never listen to music in the morning, really. Rarely, yeah.
I do when I'm like, getting ready.
Yeah, stuff like that.
And it's always funny when one of our songs comes on, because it'll be like some Korean songs, some trap songs, and boom, boss mode, I mentioned the Little Drummer Boy to you, but one thing I didn't mention was that not only is it now finally on all the streaming platforms, for years now it's been on Bandcamp, and there's 2 versions on there, the vocal version with Suzanne singing like those original lyrics, and then there's the version that you first started putting together where you sampled like an old Christmas record, like from the 50s. I think I'm calling that the demo, and the 2 of them are packaged together as a single over on Bandcamp. So if you were looking for like a digital download for Christmas tunes, you can grab that over there.
Get 2 of them there,
Yeah, Lovespirals downwards.bandcamp.com. And on lovespirals.bandcamp.com, you could pick up a free copy of our cover of Aspen Glow by John Denver, which is the first song we ever did together that was on a project record.
You look at all the decades, I've done a few Christmas songs.
Yeah, exactly. We've mentioned 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah,
there,
one a decade or so. I guess we have to make one this decade, maybe.
Yeah, it's been a long time. And then I have one other little piece of news. It's crazy. A collaboration that Ryan and I were working on back in 2023 has finally seen the light of day. Like way before all of this, kind of reinvention of ourselves and embracing the streaming and all that stuff. But this guy's, I don't think he's that well known. His name's John Zorko. He does a project called Falling You. I first came across Falling You when I was doing college radio at KUCI. He and his girlfriend put out a CD, and I would play it sometimes on my show. And then many years later, I ended up doing a song called Blessed on one of his albums. I don't even remember what year that was. And then I did another one with him a couple years after that. And then, he reached out to us in 2023, sent me this crazy long, 9-minute instrumental track.
I remember.
At first, I was like, wow, what am I going to do with this? It took me a long time to come up with. Plus, he had a really specific thing that he wanted the lyrics to be about. He had this theme. It was so the album is called Metanoia. And so he wanted it to be like a mythical story. So I ended up writing a song called Philomena about that Greek myth. We recorded a version of it and sent it over to him. And it just had one human vocal, and then Ryan at the time was playing around with this effect called Altar Boy.
No. It was no, Altar Boy is like a 4-inch shifter.
Oh, okay.
No, that's just sound like Travis Scott, or to make you sound like an old soul male singer or something like that.
Well, so what was it?
I don't have the name of the plugin off the top. It was some Waves vocal harmony plugin or something like that. Yeah, so I generated some harmonies with that. It sounds kind of interesting. I left it on there. Yeah.
Yeah. I think some parts of it came out kind of cool, and some parts are not to my liking. All these sound a little too robotic and a little too Travis Scott. So anyways, we sent John Zorko that, and he liked it. And then we actually started working on another song on the album for him with someone that we both knew way back in the early 90s, Drew Allen.
From This Ascension back in the 90s?
Yeah, she was from This Ascension back in the 90s.
Yeah, Drew.
Yeah, so I had interviewed her for my fanzine Substitution way back in the day.
Yeah, he wanted us to help. He said he just couldn't get the vocal level right.
Really?
I was trying to just craft it in there, and then we found ways to just make her vocal just bloom and be more lovely, because it's some really difficult multi-part harmonies. It sounds
oh my gosh, it was so complicated.
Very kind of Renaissance-y or something very like that, but it was really cool. We crafted it in. Angie and I both, she did a lot of production as a vocalist and producer, and I was really proud how that all
came
turned
out so cool. I even remember
really cool.
I took some little part out
Alcione,
something like that. I think I looked it up, and there's different.
I thought it was Italian, was my guess, but that's I could be wrong. The way it was pronounced.
That's how she's saying it. Yeah. So, anyways, I even sampled some of the vocals I thought were cool, and I added into this weird breakdown part at the end, which I guess he hadn't even expected there to be vocals there. So
yeah, we gotta check that out again. I haven't heard it since we sent it off to him.
It came out so cool, like the effects chain and everything you got going. Yeah, I think then there was even some talk about trying to get us to do some more songs, and it was like, oh, we got to get back into our own thing.
Should mention on your song, I did contribute guitars as well.
Yeah, I didn't even finish talking about it.
Yeah, threw a solo down.
Like a blues solo.
It's kind of a mix between it sounds kind of like David Gilmour a little bit,
I guess. Yeah.
Without all the big muffy sustain, but it's sustainy. And then I even put on a little acoustic guitar in the background too. Yeah, at first he was kind of not sure. I guess he's never had it before, but yeah, got it all to work out. Yeah. So it's kind of a Lovespirals-ish interpretation or collaboration with them.
Totally. There's one thing I wanted to say. I won't belabor it too much, but so after working on Drew's that had like 4-part harmonies and stuff.
All real vocals, no electronically made ones.
And then I felt bad. I was like, I really feel like I just phoned it in, letting Ryan mess around with that effect. Like I should sing my own harmonies. Like after all, Falling You for a time were known as like the beauty of the female voice. I was like, I feel like this robot voice is not like the spirit of Falling You. Plus another song that he had sent our way that he had wanted us to mix. It also had a very human voice, and I was just like, I should go back in and sing my own high harmony. So I did that, and it took a lot of time and everything. And
we sent him that mix.
Yeah, so I got that perfect.
He said he was going to use that. He even sent you like a preview of the album, you said, and that was the version he sent you.
yeah. So after he had our mix, our second mix of Philomena, our mix of Alcyon, and then like several other tracks, he started putting together like, oh, this is how the album is so far, you guys, and he sent it out to all the vocalists that are involved. Like, here's the album so far, and I was like, okay, cool. That was my new final version of the song. And then all of a sudden, he's like, the album is out. Here it is.
With mix 1.
Yeah, and I was like, why does it have mix 1 on there? So I'm bummed. I'm a little bummed because I really liked the second version better, but what are you going to do?
He's an electronic musician. He's a synthesizer dude. I could imagine.
Maybe he liked the synthesizer
He likes weird crap. I mean, he gets pleasure from not harmonically perfect things. Maybe or whatever. Just weird things I wouldn't choose as a producer. So that's probably it.
Drew on Facebook, she was like, well, you guys are way too modest. Everyone go listen to Philomena. It's like the chillest of the chill kind of thing. Like, okay. It's cool. So that's that. So that's our mixed bag of stuff at the end of the year. Lots of weird things happening.
Yeah, since we talked to you
Some great, some not as great, some a little confusing. But, but it's been quite the year, and we're so happy that you guys have been on this journey with us.
Yeah. Listen to us, growing with us. So this is all cool. Yeah. And like I said, we got more songs. I got one just sitting right up here right now. I'll probably maybe record a guitar solo today.
I think you will.
That's the thing that the song, it says solo right here. It just needs one. I'm surprised I didn't do it because it's a song that we were working on earlier in the year, and then we got sidetracked into other things.
Yeah, it's a song we're working on way back in like March.
Yeah, so it's pretty far along. And then we have another one where we just tracked a lot of vocals, and we need to go back. So we have a couple that we do. Yeah, head deep in.
2 or 3.
Yeah.
2 or 3.
So you'll get some new music 2026 from us. So stay tuned, stay listening. So thanks for all your listening. Thanks for all your support. And we can't say thank you enough for us 58-year-olds basically be making music still, people listening to it. Yeah. That means the world to us.
Magical. So I guess Happy New Year. We will see you in January. And until then, I guess I'll take you out with a little bit of Drift again.
Sure.
Distance